right, our Super Falcons are prepared, and we'll also get more on their preparations. Let's now cross over to Morocco and join our correspondent, Oyechi Obaro. Oyechi, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. All right, let's go straight to business. The Super Falcons are already brimming with confidence that they can go past Cameroon. Also, they've asked for the support from Nigerians, and they should also ensure the support goes full way. Oyechi, I would like to ask, what are the plans from the Nigerian Football Federation? Have you heard of plans for them to ensure that we have more supportership going into the quarterfinal clash against Cameroon on Sunday?
Yes, Favor. At the moment, they've got the support from the Nigerian Football Federation, judging by the video we saw as the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Guzo, made it to the locker room of the girls, telling the girls that the National Sports Commission has promised them 10 million naira from, of course, the quarterfinal for each goal scored in the quarterfinal of this competition. Remember, they had promised $5,000 for each goal scored at the group stage. At this time, these are the incentive support we're hearing from the Nigerian Football Federation and the National Sport Commission, and hoping that these incentives can help, spur the girls to get their tickets to the 2027 World Cup in Brazil. I've been able to sample opinions from journalists because I want to understand what they feel about this motivation, as they say, from the Nigerian Football Federation. We have with me here Okaf or Kachi, sport journalist who came all the way from Nigeria. Kachi, you're welcome. This is In the Game. You're live on News Central. We're having conversations around the cash incentives promised by the National Sport Commission and also been announced by the Nigerian Football Federation. People say that money is flying in the air. Kachi, what do you say about this? Is this good motivation, or you think there should be caution?
Honestly, for these girls that we've seen over the years, I really don't think cash motivation has really done it for the Falcons, because if you look at this competition, it was just at the start of this competition that the NSC came through with the gifts that the president promised them after they won the 10th WAFCON, and they already started playing and just focusing on what is the business of the day. So it's not really it's not really about money motivation. I feel like for NSC, the girls just want to show support, which is fine, but I do not really believe that money incentives is what motivates the girls.
All right. Right now you can hear from Kachi. She did say that money incentives might not be a key motivator for the girls to be able to defend this title. Let's sample another opinion, and this time around from Francis Omokwa. Yes, he's also a sport journalist in Nigeria, from Nigeria, who is covering this competition. Francis, you're welcome to In the Game. We're live on News Central. Kachi just mentioned that she doesn't think that the cash motivation is a good sporer, it's enough sporer for the girls. To you, do you feel that money at this time being announced by the Nigerian Football Federation should be the key thing to be done in the locker room after every match day?
Definitely, I don't believe in, announcing cash rewards to not just the Super Falcons alone, but all the national teams in Nigeria, because it doesn't help, all right? It creates or brings about pressure to the team. And
what kind of pressure, I beg your pardon?
Definitely when, monetary incentives are being announced, to a lot of people. I mean,
don't you think that this is a change of strategy, knowing that we've always heard about money's being promised and not fulfilled, not given to the players?
How many teams at the Women African Cup of Nations have you heard, talking about monetary incentives or cash incentives? It's not that the FA or, the governing body that, oversees sports in the country doesn't have money, but that's a strategy also to keep the camp in shape. And I don't think, for me, it would have been something that would have been done after the competition. I mean, last time around when, the girls won the 10th title,
Go ahead, please.
Won the 10th title, right? The president, all right, Bola Tinubu, His Excellency, did something extraordinary. If he had mentioned that aspect of, okay, I'm going to give you houses, I'm going to give you dollars, I'm going to give you this, probably they wouldn't have won that competition, because they would have been playing to satisfy themselves and to make sure they are the best individually. Okay? So at this point in time, I don't think a lot of Nigerians will say, okay, it's a good thing to do, but if you look at it critically, I think announcing cash incentives openly is not worth it. Because, I mean, when a lot of people were calling from the southeast, earlier today, asking about dollars flying left, right, and center, I had to deny it. I was economical with the truth because I didn't want to ensure that tomorrow something else will happen. We have to protect these girls. We have to make them, golden, in quotes, the way they are right now. And so I don't think cash incentives will really be the best to do in this situation.
All right, that's Francis Omokwa, of course, joining us, who is a journalist, Nigeria, covering this competition. Favor. They say this is a distraction. This is not good motivation or a good move from the National Sport Commission or the Nigerian Football Federation at the moment. And they must apply caution. But, of course, different opinions about this and diverse takes concerning these cash incentives that have been announced by the National Sport Commission to the Super Falcons. Favor.
All right, thank you so much, Oyechi Barrow. We understand that the team will be leaving Rabat for Casablanca, their new base, for the quarterfinal clash against Cameroon. Have the team left already? What's the plan of what's the itinerary like?
All right, we also joined the team in this morning training, as at 8 a.m. this morning, the team headed to Asfar Rabat, the Sporting Academy, to have their light training session. Yes, we did speak with the media officer of the team, and she said immediately after this, it's not going to be too much for them, intense drill for them, just a warm-up, just to keep them in shape after a rest day, after picking that quarterfinal ticket. Now, she said that they will be heading to Rabat. She did not disclose the particular time that the Falcons will be heading, but she confirmed that today they would head to Casablanca, I beg your pardon, to Casablanca, their new base, because they finished second in Group C and have to face the winners of Group D, who kept their home turf from the group stage of this competition. So they would head to Casablanca. But New Central Crew will also be heading to Casablanca anytime soon after this broadcast. And we'll make sure that we follow up on every single update from the 10-time African champions.
All right, thank you so much, Oyechi Barrow. We'll be hooking up with you again for more updates from the camp of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But it's going to be an exciting weekend. Of course, matches spread across different regions, and we hope that the Super Falcons get the World Cup ticket first before we think of the title.